Hello there, friends. I'm Sarah from The Nest in the West. Today, I'm sharing a real-time look at a textbook perfect goat birth from our little homestead in Arizona. If you've ever wondered what a normal labor and delivery looks like for dairy goats, this video will walk you through it, start to finish. We raise an ever-growing herd of Mini Nubian dairy goats here on our 2-acre homestead. Every spring, our kidding season begins anew, and no matter how many births we've attended, it always feels like a miracle. This is Ella, a third-time mama and a seasoned doe. I knew she was getting close to kidding. Her udder was growing, her tail ligaments had softened, and on this particular morning I noticed her udder had popped, and she was distanced from the rest of the herd and pawing at the ground. In early labor, you might notice subtle signs like this: pawing at the ground, seeming restless, stretching. There might even be some light discharge, or you'll see their tails stand straight up during the contractions. I usually give a little bit of privacy to my goats during their early labor, but I know that Ella kids quickly, and so we opted to move her straight to the kidding stall, and we all gathered around to watch. When active labor for a goat begins, you'll often see more vocalizing, stronger contractions, and then the appearance of the amniotic sac, which we call the bubble. At this point, things can start to move pretty quickly. Now, I always hope to see 2 little hooves and a nose coming next, just like this baby who presented perfectly. This is the diving position, which is the most ideal position for kidding. Now, don't get me wrong, many of my goats have delivered breech babies or other positions too, and often I don't even have to intervene. With a few strong pushes, this first kid slid right on out. We let Mama Ella go straight to cleaning her up. We just wiped off the mucus and remnants of the amniotic sac from the kid's mouth and nose and brought her right around to Ella. You can see how gently she gets to work, licking her clean and bonding immediately. This is exactly what I want to see in my goats. This stimulation helps get the baby breathing and moving, and it dries her off too. Most often, goats will give birth to multiples. Some goats will pause between kids for 10 to 30 minutes, and that's totally normal too. Ella had her second baby just a few minutes after delivering her first. A few minutes later, the second kid arrives. Again, front hooves and nose first. Goats can give birth lying down or standing up, so either way is fine, and your doe will choose whichever way is best for her. We wiped off this baby too and brought him around by his sister so Ella could easily give attention to both kids. It's amazing how quickly these baby goats will go from being slimy and wet to fluffy little fur balls. At this point, you could dip the kids' umbilical cords in strong iodine all the way up to the navel, or you can opt to just leave them be. Here on our homestead, because it's so dry and we don't often get very mucky, I just sprinkle a small amount of golden seal powder on the cords to help them dry up quickly. We brought Ella some fresh alfalfa hay, warm electrolyte water, and a bit of grain to help keep her energy up. This is my favorite moment of kidding. Just letting mama and baby settle in while we quietly observe. I like to see the kids up and trying to walk and nurse within the first 30 minutes to an hour after an uncomplicated birth like this. Both of Ella's kids were healthy and vigorous, and as soon as they started trying to stand up and look for a teat, we gave them a little help. I like to get the kids latched and nursing so that we can be certain that they get a full belly of that all-important colostrum before we leave the barn. The third and final stage of goat labor is the delivery of the placenta. This can take a few hours, and I don't typically stick around to wait for it. You can check out the blog post linked in the description for more information about goat birth in general and how we handle the third stage of labor, and what to look for if you're concerned that your goat may have a retained placenta. While most births really do go this smoothly, it's always best to be prepared for when they don't. A well-stocked kidding kit makes sure you have exactly what you need when you need it. You can download my free kidding supply checklist in the description. It's the exact list I use every year to make sure my kidding kit is stocked and ready to go. In just a few short weeks, these babies will be bouncing around the barn, and I'll be milking their mama every morning. That warm, frothy milk will be turned into yogurt and all kinds of cheese right in our farmhouse kitchen. If you've ever wanted to learn how to make cheese from your own goat milk, I'd love to invite you into my course, Beyond Chev. It's a go at your own pace, beginner-friendly course that'll give you the confidence to make everything from yogurt to cheddar and stock your fridge full of delicious farm-fresh cheeses from your very own goats. Whether you're new to goats or just love watching the process unfold, I hope this video helped you feel a little more prepared for the miracle that is kidding season. If you found this video helpful, I'd love for you to hit like, leave a comment, and subscribe for more farm, cheese, and goat milk content. And don't forget to check out the links in the description for free resources, blog posts, and that kidding supply checklist I mentioned before. Thanks so much for watching. Happy kidding!